Grand Rising, my people. Happy Sunday. And today, we're going to go to church. We're going to church, y'all. We're going to be reading from Genesis 1 through 19. We're going to be talking about the creation story, and we're going to be breaking it down, and we're going to put an image to it. We're going to put a picture in our mind so we can actually see how the earth was created. You know? Reading from the Holy Bible. Holy Bible. King James Version, of course, the go-to. And okay, with this, we actually gonna break it down. We're gonna break it down from the King James Version and the New International Version, the NIV. Because the difference is just the wording. But they all mean the same thing. All the words are just different expressions of the same thing. So we're gonna also use those words to help us in description. Okay, Genesis 1 through 19. In the beginning, God created heaven and the earth was without form and void, and darkness was on the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. And God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. And God saw the light, that it was good. And God divided the light from the darkness. And God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And the evening and the morning were the first day. And God said, "Let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters." And God made the firmament, and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament. And it was so. And God called the firmament heaven, and the evening and the morning were the second day. And God said, "Let the waters under the heaven be gathered together unto one place, and let the dry land appear." And it was so. And God called the dry land earth, and the gathering together of the waters called he seas. And God saw that it was good. And God said, "Let there bring forth trees, yielding fruit after his kind, and whose seeds is in itself upon the earth." And it was so. And God brought forth grass, and herb yielding seed after his kind, and tree yielding fruit, whose seed was itself after his kind. And God saw that it was good. And the evening and the morning were the third day. And God said, "Let there be lights in the firmament of heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons, and for days and for years. And let them be for lights in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth." And it was so. And God made two great lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also. And God set them in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth, and to rule over the day and over the night, and to divide the light from the darkness. And God saw that it was good. And the evening and the morning were the fourth day. Amen. Ashe. There you have it. That's the creation story. Now what we're going to do is we're going to break that down verse for verse. We're going to reverse engineer this thing. We're going to break it down, and we're going to get a clear, concise picture of what is going on in this creation. And where are we? What we have under our feet, above our head, and all around us. We're going to find out. And if you guys didn't get the gist while I was reading it, don't worry. Don't even worry. Because we're going to talk about it. Now, in the first verse, God made the heavens and the earth. The heavens above, which we all know, and the earth below, which we all know. Now, right there, we're going to stop. And we're going to say, okay. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. That's what he created. He didn't create any other universes. He didn't create any other places. No, God created the heavens and the earth. So there are two places. So if anybody else trying to get you to go anywhere else, to think it's a place, you gotta be mistaken. Because right here, Genesis 1, what did he do? He created the heavens and the earth. And the earth was formless and empty. Formless. No form to it. Of course, we can see that in the word. There's no form to it. There's no hands put on it. There's no magic put on it. There's no structure made in it. It's formless. So it was formless and empty. Empty. Now, when it comes to empty, only things that are compartments, vaults, bowls, cups, rooms, things like that. If you could think of all the things that are empty, heart, empty, mind empty, all of those things are concealed in something. In order for something to be empty, it has to have something holding it. Something has to be held in something for something to be empty. It has to be a type of container to be empty. Emptiness can't be emptiness. Beyond the expanse of things, like it can't be empty if it's that type of thing. Like the only thing that can be empty is something that is in a container, something that is being contained, And we go to verse 3. God said, "Let there be light." That was the first thing created from darkness. So not only was it empty, it was dark. It was dark on the inside. It was nothing. Not even light. Can't see in there. The only time you can see if you got light, even if a room is dark and you open your eyes and those pupils start to dilate and you start to pick up those shadows. You start to make form of things. You start to be able to see things a little bit. That's light. That's light. So this part right here, right before verse 3, there was no light. There was complete darkness, pitch black, dark, primordial darkness. That's what it was, darkness. Okay. He created the light. He created the light and separated it from the darkness. He created the light and separated it from the darkness. There you go, right there. That's telling you what I'm telling you. He divided it. He added and he divided. There's our first duo in life. Not even because we had the heavens and earth, but yeah, the heaven. We're gonna give it to the heavens and the earth. The heavens and the earth was the first duo. Then we got the light and darkness, which is the second duo. The yin yang. Right and left, up and down, hot and cold. Light and dark was the second one. Heavens and earth. However you want to separate it, above and below, up and down, light and darkness. Okay, let's get back to it. And he called the light day, that we have our day, light. And he called the darkness night. And the evening and the morning were the first day. And God said, "Let there be a firmament. Let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters." What is a firmament? In the New International Version, it says, "Let there be a vault." What is a vault? Now we know that a vault is a covering. It's a covenant. It's a lid, a cap. It vaults it. Because to us, we see a vault as a safe or something like that, something you put things in. But in actuality, a vault is the covering. It's the top, It's the seal, the great seal, the great covenant. the promise. That's what that is. It's separating the heavens from the earth. That's what it's doing. It's separating the waters from the waters. Okay, it's separating the waters from the waters. What waters? We know we got waters. We got oceans. We got lakes. But we know he ain't talking about separating those two waters. We know that a vault is a covering, is a shield. And that's what's separating the waters from the waters. The vault is above. So there are waters above and there are waters below. And the vault is what's separating those things. And God called the firmament heaven. Heaven, called it heaven. The great separation. In the New International Version, the vault is called the sky. Because the vault and the firmament are the two relations. The vault is in King James. The vault is in New International, and the firmament is in the King James. He called in the King James. He called the firmament heavens. You know, the heavens. I see the heavens as the sky. You know, the heavens are contained in here with the earth. Because in the New International, the vault, the firmament, the heavens is called the sky. Let's make it real clear for you. You see that? We got the earth, we got the sky, and we got the vault covering. It's right here. It's telling us. We just putting a picture to it. We know what the words mean. We got etymology. We got that. We don't want to look at the definition. No. We're going to look up the etymology to get the true origins of these words. Okay, so at this point, the earth is just water. At this point, the earth is just water and the sky is just sky, the heavens. But we got waters above, which are separated from the firmament, by the vault. You know, he created a space. So in the beginning, the heavens and the earth, the sky and the earth were just space. So pretty much it was water and sky. Just one thing. Okay, then we get to the 9th verse. The waters were gathered unto one place. And guess what happened? The ground, the dry land appeared. Now we got the land. Now we got the mother. Now we got the wealth. We got the wealth of the earth. We got the wealth of the world that has come to be, which we know it as the wealth. Everything on this earth, on this land, comes from the land. Every single thing. If you even look at us, we got the same elements that the earth got, that the ground, that the land has. We got the same elements. Everything, money, cars, jewelry, homes, food. It comes from the wealthiest thing that we have. The most valuable thing on this earth is the land and the water. Oh, the water is most definitely valuable, if not the most valuable thing next to the earth. You know, because we made more water than we are earth. Let them tell it. What, 76%? So let's not forget about the water. The most wealthiest things is the water and the land. And everything that we have, that we possess, that we own, comes from the land. And that was verse 9. He gathered the waters into one place, and the ground appeared. Now what do we have? We got the waters above. We got the firmament, the vault. We got the heavens, which is the sky. And we have the earth, which are the waters below, and the land. Now, nothing else has been created. So, the lands, the water and the land are the first things before the trees, before the grass, before the any manipulations. Any manipulations. There's only one element, earth, which is just earth. All congested, crammed, just dirt. That's earth, just the ground. That's grounded. When you ground yourself, you don't stand in the grass. You ground yourself, you stand in the dirt. When they ground electricity, they put that motherfucker in the dirt. They put it in the ground. They hammer it down. The ground rod. They copper ground rod. They at least about, I think it's a code, at least about maybe 6 to 6 inches to a foot in the ground where it has to go. To ground. To keep the electricity from going everywhere. But yeah.
100.
Where are we? Right now? Okay. Okay, he called the ground the land, and he called the water the seas. The seas. Seas. Can you see? Can you see? Huh. Okay, in verse 11 through 13, he's talking about here comes forth the grass and the herb yielding seed of his kind, and the trees yielding fruit, and those particular things. And then even morning was the third day. Now there goes to show you the vegetation of the land was created before us. We're second to that, So the land, and you got the trees, the grass, the wow. That's why they call it the wow. Because imagine if you just see all that. Just trees, all different flowers, all different colors, all different type of land features, plains, plateaus, you got mountains, you got rivers, you got all of these things. Just wow. That's why they call it the wow. Wow. Turn upside down, what you got? Mom. Oh, the woman is the land. She is fertile like the land. That's why the wow and mom, they are the same thing. Keep that in mind. And we go to verse 14. Let there be lights in the firmament. Let there be lights in the vault. In the heaven. Let there be lights in the firmament of the sky. Of the heaven. Not of the space. Not of the universe. Let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night. We know what the heaven is. We know. We know that it's the sky. So they're not off billions of light years away. No, it's right here. Huh? That we'll get to that later. But I want to know who has a creation story for the galaxy, for the solar system. When have you ever heard a creation story besides the Big Bang? Boom. Now here we go. That's the Big Bang. Random act. Here we have a true creation story. Thorough. Makes sense. Has value. Has substance. Has a meaning, a reason. Not just a chaotic event. No. This is a in particular magnificent, intelligent creation. Not a random act. What we live on is an intelligent, with a creator, with a mind, with sense, with value. That's what we are. We are true. We're not just some hocus pocus out of nowhere. Come on now. No. This is real. We here. See, with the solar system, we got a creation to where we don't know, we have no idea what may happen next, and we Shit, who you gonna ask? Who you gonna call on? The Bang? Bang, please, oh Bang. Oh Bang, help me, Bang. I need you in this time. What, he gonna give you a random act? In having that comprehension, you will be expecting a random act mentally. Because if in your mind, in your structure of yourself, in the core of you, in your soul, you believe we live on a solar system in the chaotic universe. That's what your mind is feeding to your body. Everything happens in the mind first. So whatever you feed in your mind, the body is just secondary. It's an outcome of what you think. That's all the body is. We on autopilot 24/7. Everything we do comes from our mind. Even what I'm doing now, I had to do this in my mind first. I built myself. I made myself to be this type of person. So therefore, every action I make, it stems from my mind and my mentality and my mental and my character that I built through information that I ingested. That's where that comes from. It's not just a random act again. It's not that. This is intellect, So knowing that it's your mind first, you gotta stay there. You gotta know. Where we at? Okay, let the lights separate day from the night. Okay, the lights is, like I say, the lights were created in the vault in the sky. We know that that's where they at. They in the sky, right above us. And let's talk about this. Back up in verse 3, and God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. Those weren't the lights that he created. Those were not the lights that he created down here in verse 14. There were two light creations. The first light was consciousness, was spirit. That was the first light, consciousness. Like when every time we get an idea, you notice in cartoons when you got an idea, they make the light bulb come on. That's the first light that was created. The spiritual consciousness. It was a force. The force was created. The force was created. And it created the force, the light from the darkness. That was up in the third verse. Created the light from the darkness because it was pitch black. It was primordial darkness. It's not even a darkness that we know. We don't even get to experience that dark. The only time we experience that dark is when we go to sleep. And as soon as we go to sleep, that darkness has a light casted upon it, which is that light, that first light that was created. That's the light that shines our dream. Those were the first things created. See, if you smoke a lot, if you smoke a lot of weed, you don't remember your dreams. You don't even, what I'm saying, you can't form them. They're formless. It's pretty much empty. It's darkness. But when you're sober and you having those dreams, you when you go to sleep, there's a light casted upon that darkness. That darkness was the darkness that was separated separated from the light when the first light was created. So it's magnificent. It's oh my God, it's intelligent. It's the mental. Like I say, that's what happens first because the body is secondary. So we gotta put that into perspective. That was the first light created. The light and the darkness is the one that's the soul of us. Because when we gotta look at it as we're the same as the earth. We're rid of the earth. This creation story is also our creation story of the people. It's as above, so below. Everything is created the same way, and everything is created the same way God created earth. Everything is the same concept. It's there, So we gotta know that. We gotta see that. We gotta be able to understand that. The darkness was formless and empty, and that's when the light came. So We gotta put that into our head and make a picture, a good image of that, because that's what we're doing today. Okay, so we know that these, in verse 14, these lights were the second lights created. You know, they were secondary, and these lights, they were for signs. They were for signs and for seasons, for days and for years. Signs, they were for signs, and they were for seasons. You know, we got 4 seasons. So these lights are what control the seasons and the signs. And they're for days and for years. They're in order for us to keep record, you know, if we want to, for us to have a comprehension of how things go. You know, they're like a promise. You know, it's like a code. It's like instructions. You know, it's like that. You know, you gotta see it. And in verse 15, and let them be for lights in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth. So that's what gives the light that we see. The light that we see with our eyes, that light. The light that actually we absorb, you know, because we're not looking at it. We're absorbing it. We're absorbing the light. Our eyes absorbs the light. You know, that's why our pupils, when we see things, like if you get close to your eyeball, you put a light up to it, the pupil dilates. It dilates, gets bigger. You know, and if you take that light away, the pupil gets smaller. So, in essence, we're absorbing that light. Like it's going in us. Just like we eat food, just like we smell, just like we hear, same as we see. It's all the same. So, trying to get you guys, get us a better comprehension, you know, understanding of what is going on here and who we are and what this creation is. And it's right here. Easy for us to see. It's just we never had time to stop and break it down because we were in a different mind frame. You know, we weren't thinking in these terms and conditions. That's why it's important we read. We never got the terms and conditions to live in life. We never got them. We just going. Just go to school. Though actually those were the terms and conditions that we got. Even our parents got, even their parents. The terms and conditions we got were government, education, employment. That's what we got. And the education comes from the government. And the education is the most important thing that we have. It is the terms and conditions. And it was given to us by the government. And a lot of us know, we all know that the government aren't in our best interest. We know that. I mean, but we strong. We fucking strong. We can go through whatever. We gonna handle it. We still gotta do what we gotta do. We gotta get this money. But there also comes a time when you know better, you do better. There's always a time for growth. We're constantly growing. Constantly growing. It's amazing. You know? So we gotta know who we are. Right now we truly are lost. Yeah, we might got money, we got our bills paid, we got our children, we happy, you know. But at the same time, are we true? Are we true to ourselves? Do we know who we truly are? The most important thing is yourself. It don't matter where you at or who's around you. You only can see out your eyes. You only can be yourself. So before you do anything else, before you think you doing something, do you know yourself? Do you know who you truly are? Not where you come from, who your mommy is, what you like. Not where you like to go or where you like to work. That's not who you are. That's not who you are. Who you are, you have to go inside to the center. You have to go into the center. If you go to a new city, you know, if you this type of person that wants to build in this city, you want to get things going, you got to go to the center of the city. What the center of the city at? The courthouse. You got to go there to know where you at and know the city and know the rules, know violations, know the laws, know all of those things. You got to go to the center of that city. You got to go by the code. You got to go by the creation. You have to know. You can't just go out there digging. You better call 411. You can't just go out there doing your thing. You think you want, yeah, you going to fuck up. You going to mess up. You going to mess up. And all right now. So we got to ingest this stuff correctly. Like we got to put a filter on these things. On the things that right now I'm talking about what I'm reading right now and what you guys are listening to. There must be a filter. You got to filter out all the bullshit. Like you got to filter that out and you got to get to the center. You got to know, what is this really saying? What am I really doing here? Who am I really? In all situations, no matter what you're doing, you got to go to the center to fully have a full comprehension, a full understanding, a withstanding, an understanding of what you got going on. All right. So we got the lights, you know what I'm saying, in the firmament, in the sky, in the heavens, to give light upon the earth. And it was so. Verse 16. And God made 2 great lights. God made 2 great lights. The greater light to rule the day, the lesser light to rule the night. And God made 2 great lights. The greater light, which is what? Ain't rocket science. The greater light, the sun, which rules the day. We got that. The lesser light to rule the night, which is the moon. We got that. Look now. Now right here, it said God created 2 great lights. Not one great light that I'm going to put in the center of everything and give y'all this little rock over here, you know, going around y'all. That's not what this says. 2 great lights. You forgot where you at? We on this creation. So where we have the sky. First we got the waters above. Then we got the firmament, the vault. Then we got the heavens, the sky. And then we got the land. We got the ground, the water, and the land now. And we got the damn grass. We got the trees yielding fruit. We got the lights. The second lights. We got the lights in this thing now. To fully have a full comprehension, a full understanding, a withstanding, an understanding of what you got going on. All right. So we got the lights, you know what I'm saying, in the firmament, in the sky, in the heavens, to give light upon the earth. And it was so. Verse 16. And God made 2 great lights. God made 2 great lights. The greater light to rule the day, the lesser light to... And God made 2 great lights. The greater light, which is what? Ain't rocket science. The greater light, the sun, which rules the day. We got that. The lesser light to rule the night, which is the moon. We got that. Look now. Now right here, it said God created 2 great lights. Not one great light that I'm going to put in the center of everything and give y'all this little rock over here, you know, going around y'all. That's not what this says. 2 great lights. You forgot where you at? We on this creation. So where we have the sky. First we got the waters above. Then we got the firmament, the vault. Then we got the heavens, the sky. And then we got the land. We got the ground, the water, and the land now. And we got the damn grass. We got the trees yielding fruit. We got the lights. The second lights. We got the lights in this thing now. That was before the sun and the moon was created. Now we get to the sun and the moon. The sun for the day, the moon for the night. So it's just how we see it, just how we're looking when you look up. If you can look, we can see the sun and the moon is the same size based off what we see. Just based off what we see. Let's forget about what we learned. Let's forget about that. And let's look at what we see. Our eyes. Now I ain't gonna talk down on the Bible. But I don't agree with one scripture that says, lean not into your own understanding. Who? Huh? I'm all I got. Especially in this situation, in this particular situation, where you look into the sky and you see the sun. Oh, it's bright. Don't get me wrong. It's bright. It casts a great light. But if you ever sun gazed, like when the sun is rising or when the sun is setting, and you look into the center of the sun, you can see that the sun is just like the moon, same size. Why would I think any different? Unless someone told me different. Why would I think that the sun is so much larger than the moon when clearly I can see that they both look the same size, only with different features? Because the sun is to rule the day. The day, we're up, we're moving around. The night, we're asleep. Our bodies, we're warm-blooded. We're warm-blooded species. So therefore, we can't survive in cold. So the sun gives us light, and the light gives us heat. In order for us to move around and work throughout the day and take care of this land, and be outside, And when the nighttime comes, it gets cold. We get tired, so we need to go inside and we need to get ourselves some rest. And that's what the moon for. It's like a reset. And while we getting our reset and our rest and our sleep, when we slip away to another paradigm, dream. But as we get our rest, the earth is also getting its rest. It's like a reset. The sun heats it up and the moon cools it down. The sun heats it up, the moon cools it down. And it's just like that, It's amazing. I mean, if we pay attention to it, we know it's in alignment with itself, as it's saying it's needed in order to survive. It's part of it. It's a code. It's natural. It's a process. It is a creation. So it was created to, assist one another. It's a give. It's another duat. Hot and cold. Sun and moon. All of that lets us know that these two great lights are the same size. We can see this picture now. You see this picture? Do you see that picture in your head? Where you got the skies above, the waters above. We got the firmament. We got the heavens. We got the land and the waters and the ground. We got the trees, the grass. Then we go back up. We got the lights. We got the stars. We got the, wandering stars maybe. And then we got the sun and the moon. He made the stars also. Now we get to verse 17. And God set them in the firmament of the heavens to give light upon the earth. Oh, we didn't talk about that enough. Verse 18. and to rule over the day and over the night, and to divide light from darkness. And God saw that it was good. And the evening and the morning were the fourth day. Now, that's all I wanted to read. I didn't want to go any further because right now the only thing we worried about right now is this creation and this earth and how it was built. You know, later on we could go down and talk about that because we got some stuff to talk about that for the rest when we were created. It's some stuff in the Bible and we gotta comprehend it. If you reading the Bible, if you a Christian and you have a Bible, are you just following along or are you going to the center?
100.
It's a difference. It's a huge difference. And 90% of the people I know, 90% of even me growing up as a Christian, I didn't dive in and go to the center. No, I was feeding off the information I had. I wasn't wise enough to go inside and break this down and decipher this. You got some people who were as children and teenagers who were able to go inside and just like, hold on, let me see what this really is saying. And it's all about how you were raised. It's all about what you were fed. It's all about the information you know. So therefore, let you know, you need to be mindful of the things that you show your children and you teach your children or not teach your children. Now, understand one thing. You got children, everything that they know needs to come from you. Everything that they know needs to come from you. Your knowledge. You don't need to let the school learn them. Don't let the TV, don't let the shows, don't let the cartoons learn them. You learn them. And then they can feed off your information and go at these things instead of absorbing them all and letting it be the core of them, letting it be their code. No, you give them their code. And you have to be mindful of the code you have. You can't just be running off the code that you learned when you were a child. So that calls for some research, some quiet times, silent moments, silent night, holy night. Go inside, be whole, be one, be wholesome. And find your true self. That's what meditation about. Meditation is about peace, inner peace. Inner peace is all we need because in order to obtain inner peace, you must zone all this stuff out. All of this, even me. In order to get inner peace, you must zone everything out and you must get into your pose. Or you must just lay down. You know? You don't have to pray every night. God got you. He got you. Ben had you. You ain't got to pray every night. Just say thank you. Quit asking for stuff. Quit begging because you got everything you need. Everything you need. You got all your resources inside you. You got everything you need. We gotta know ourselves, man. We can't just be going off things, you know what I'm saying, things we heard. If you hear something, make sure it's correct. Shit. Go down the rabbit hole, ain't nothing wrong with that. You gotta you the rabbit. You the rabbit and it's your hole. Go in that motherfucker. Go deep in it, deep as you can go. Know yourself. And it's your mind, your brain can hold as much as you give it. It can contain that shit. It can tame that shit to its own liking. That's how great we are. It's, you know what I'm saying? It's all about what you choose to do. So don't limit yourself. Don't limit yourself. Know that you're great. You know what I'm saying? We talking about this creation story now. Now we know what we live at. We know what this is. Ain't no questions. You go to any Bible you want, any creation story that you want, you're going to get the same concept. Any religion, any country, any continent, any city, any state, wherever you go, you get you a creation story, you gonna have that same concept. Come on now. You see it yourself. Break it down. Don't let it do you. You know. But it was fun though, y'all. It was fun breaking this down. You know. Hopefully I did what I needed to do. Hopefully it resonates with people, especially my people. Hopefully it resonates, and we can start seeing things in a different way. You know. And it's not like we gotta change our whole life. No, it's just a different perspective. We're the same person, it's just a different perspective, you know. Just because you know something different, just because you know some forbidden knowledge or some sacred knowledge or some frowned upon knowledge, and you and someone else doesn't know and they feel some type of way about it, that's okay. That's okay. It's not gonna change your spirit, it's not gonna change your happiness. You control your own happiness. He who angers you controls you. So by you knowing something and someone else gets angry about it, you control them and they don't even know it. That doesn't affect you. And the only way you control them because their temperature rose because of you. So you're controlling them. You control their temperature. And that temperature is gonna feed all the actions that they do next. So there's your control. He who angers you controls you. So it don't matter what nobody say. If you feel some type of way, man, fuck them people. Man, fuck them. Like straight like that. Excuse my language, but that's me. I'm a fuck you type nigga. Like, fuck you. I ain't got nothing for you, you know? So we just gotta know who we are. Like you only can see out your eyes. Like you only can feel with your hands. You only can taste, smell. You only got your senses. That's all we got. That is all we got. And this is from my heart. Like my people, I hire my people. And I want to see all my people change this world and make this world great again. Like, I want to see it. I want to see this. I want to be here to experience it. It's you know, we great, and then we in a time of awakening, you know. So this is the greatest time. The greatest time we have is the present, it's the now. It's not the past, it's not the future. It's the now. We still breathing. It's the now. That's all we got. The future not promised. The past already gone. That's why it's called the present. It's the gift. The now is all we got. So let's embrace it. You know what I'm saying? Be process driven. You know, it's wonderful. But like I say, I'm glad y'all could join me. You know what I'm saying? If you enjoyed this video, share this video, like this video, you know, and let's do this. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about me. I'm doing this because I comprehend it. And it's just so amazing. And I want to share it. I want to share this information everywhere I go. That's all I want to do. You know? And make my money. And you know what I'm saying? Make my people happy. That's all I want to do. That's what I want to do. I choose to do that. I don't have to give a damn about nothing, just like most people. Just like anybody else. You know what I'm saying? You got people that don't give a damn, and that's on them. Let them not give a damn. You can't control nobody. And let that be the same for you. No one can control you. You're your own. You the center of the universe. This world is yours. He got the whole world in his hands. Nigga, they was talking about me. Huh? They was talking about me. And you. Man, let's get this straight. But yeah, man. It's your boy Turk Life. You know what I'm saying? If you know me, you know me. It's your boy Turk Life. I'm out.